Rule number 1. You must know the difference between an asset and a liability, and buy assets. Poor and middle class acquire liabilities. They think they are assets. An asset is something that puts money in your pocket. A liability is something that takes money out of your pocket. And that's Robert Kiyosaki from Rich Dad Poor Dad that said that. So far too many people run their financial lives by the expenditures and whims. For most people, their investment model actually looks like this. So basically what happens is your income comes in, 100% gets spent on liabilities and expenses, and you have nothing left at the end of it. But take a look at how wealthy people look, how they look at their investments and their assets. They approach their investments in a completely different way. They take the money they earn and invest a large proportion of it in income-producing assets, real estate, small businesses, stocks, bonds, gold, and so on. If you want to become wealthy, follow the lead and start approaching the financial activities like this. Your income comes in, 20% goes into invest in assets and multiple streams of income, which produces 100% income, then gets reinvested to your income, and then 20% goes back in, while 80% of your income gets spent on expenses and liabilities, the day-to-day runnings of what you do, and some of your luxuries. And that's it. And that's the difference between people that actually make it and people that don't make it. It's that simple. Trust me. I know, I've done it. So once your nest egg starts to grow, what do? As your money begins to grow, you'll want to educate yourself further about the best way to invest your money. Eventually, you'll probably want to find a good financial advisor. The way Jack Canfield found his, to be honest, I'm an accountant by trade and I've studied it all my life. So I'm kind of my own financial advisor, if that makes sense. I understand the dynamics, I understand the background behind it. I understand investment strategies. But for you as an individual, then, if you don't know anything about investment strategies, financial advisors, or anything like that, then seek out a good one, such a pension advisor, an independent financial advisor. There's loads of them about, and they've got personal recommendations as well. It's best to go to a certified financial advisor, which is an instant signal of credibility, but not necessarily a guarantee. To start with, you have to ask people if they recommend a planner. If possible, if you want to find one with successful experience advising clients in the same stage of life as you are. If you don't have friends who are using a financial advisor and you don't get anyone and several people agree on, shop around for a while, wait for a while. Someone will come onto your radar at some point in time with the people you're still beginning to associate with, and the crowds that you're beginning to associate with, and the people you're beginning to attract. And these people will possibly appear in your life. Remember, we spoke previously about the laws of attraction and the fact that people will come to you as a natural result of what you're doing and the energy you're putting out, and the people you're attracting as a result of what you're getting in. So that's my advice on that. Okay, so one final word before we finish this off, because it's a quick session today. One final word about building an investment portfolio. Be sure to protect it with insurance. This is the key here. Including professional liability and insurance if you're self-employed, and a prenuptial agreement if you're bringing assets and financial resources into a marriage. It is extremely important to protect your downside. If anything happens to your ability to perform, or anything happens to you, for example, all your assets could be liquidated as a result of the circumstances. Classic example just now, some of our investments are in my wife's name. They're not in my name at all. Some of the mortgages are in my wife's name. They're not in my name at all. If anything happens to my wife and they are realised straight away, the bank will call in that loan straight away and the assets will be liquidated. So what we do is we put insurance in place in order, if anything happens, life insurance, then these mortgages will be paid off, and subsequently for myself as well. So always protect your downside when you're investing in strategy. That's the key here. Now, that's not my learnings. That's what I've learned from people like Richard Branson, Alan Sugar, Tony Robbins, and all the books of successful people I've read before. Protect your downside.